Like you condoning all this weird shit.
It was just two police SUVs down there for it. I'm like, what the fuck they doing?
What? Where'd they
There's no
go?
out there. They was supposed to come to do it. Maybe they just get somewhere, bro. Yeah, bro. Like, honestly, I feel like if it's a list and it's like the best rapper of all time, and like we really talking about like a rapper and everything that comes with it, and who they are and what it is, Biggie has to be the best. And it's hard to say that because like it's like I said, it's not enough. You could argue that you don't have enough material to say that and all of that shit, but that should really go into the case of why he's the best too.
Exactly, because we don't even have a lot to work with. But it's all fire.
And but it's timeless though.
Exactly. I
Like
feel
One
like
More Chance
sometimes.
is crazy. Big Papa's crazy.
Oh my god, like
Hypnotized is
classics.
crazy.
But I feel like that sometimes, and like I don't know, whatever. I don't feel like sometimes Tupac's all of his shit is digestible. Sometimes it's a little intense by me.
That and sometimes it's just like people always talk about how Pop was like working so much that he wasn't even listening to the song again, and he was just like that he would say, just load another one and you handle that when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying to the engineer. And it's like sometimes when you hear a lot of pop shit, you can hear that it's just another song.
Right, and then like I don't know. I feel like
That Biggie shit was literally like I feel like all them songs took a day a piece. Like they
and
was
he
putting
was
time in.
really vibing too.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like that shit was really uh
no thanks. Like
hell. Oh, I think it's a camera unplugged. Yeah, okay, so now it's in the computer. Yeah, yeah, I don't know, bro. The Biggie shit is just flawless. It's perfect. Like it's not. It's all no skill. It's not even arguable. Like you can't even. There's nobody in this world that can say that shit is not good.
I think that ain't even come to
What?
the outcome.
I mean, but think about it. I mean, do you think that the death goes into like why it's so big though?
Absolutely.
Like as good as he was, is he better because he died?
I think it's a story
I used to
also.
always say like if DMX died like after his first album, we would be like putting him super high. If he like it kind of depends.
I'm not gonna lie, that really I do feel type of way about that.
What's that? Just how the name goes into it.
With DMX specifically, because I feel like I don't know. Do we really give him his flowers?
I mean, I think we try to as much as we can remember to, but like DMX is really Pac Biggie level.
DMX is amazing. DMX is like top 5.
Like yeah. Well, how he's
I
definitely.
love DMX.
I always be like Pac is the most relatable rapper ever. DMX is the closest we'll ever get to.
Oh my god, DMX is amazing, and I feel like I'm sorry because there was a lot of trials and tribulations in between it that kind of like tarnished his legacy. But I feel like he deserves his flowers.
Man, what?
Like he's really dope as fuck.
He's the closest you ever get to Tupac.
I love DMX. And I was really torn when he passed.
A lot of everybody was.
Yeah, like I was sorry about that. And I just felt like everybody just was like,
Because DMX never got rich on us.
he was just still regular.
He was always, regardless, the music never changed. It never got uppity or nothing. I definitely didn't like his last album, or I hated what is it called? It was called Grand Champ or something. He was naming them all after it was like that's what they call a pit bull after wins 5 fights. It's a Grand Champ, so it was his 5th album. So that's what he was calling it. That album sucks. Like in first 2, crazy though.
And I feel like it kind of also paved the way for a whole genre olive branch of hip hop. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole Rough Riders, the bikes,
He took the street of shit.
That's something that we still carry on to this day.
It was DMX was as dirty as it got at that time.
DMX was so hard. That's one thing that I wish that I was an adult at that time to experience that. I can't imagine how lit that shit was.
What's what we talked about before? It's like, bro, rap was so perfect. 96 to 2002. 96 to 50 Cent. It's perfect. It's really perfect. It's not a flaw in the game from him from that to then. I mean, I even go 95. I'll say 95 just so we can fit a little bit more West Coast in it. But honestly, where it's flawless, it was perfect. I would have loved to have been grown enough to see Jay-Z and Tupac and Biggie and DMX and all of that shit in action at the same time. Because if you look up 1996, all the albums that came out is ridiculous. Fugees and
that's the year I was born.
Right, that's the music year. That's the greatest year of hip hop.
That's the year.
It's like Fugees and Reasonable Doubt and there's a Pac album, man. I think it might even be Machiavelli. It's 96 has some shit in it. A lot though, more than I even remember. It's the year of that shit. It's 10 years around. What's the best album? 94 to 2000. It's we got Jay-Z, Blueprint.
It's really our foundation.
I think Kanye West is going to come out.
I feel like it's the foundation of hip hop, all of that.
It's the golden year though. It's when now niggas is making money and now it's all type of shit, everything. It's a lot of different styles in there. I think about 04, we had pace on the whole one. I ain't never seen you do it. I was letting you go. Yeah, about 2004, we had pretty sure Kanye West was there and Diplomats was there by then, and there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
New York was being greedy with it, but they had it in a great place, though.
It was definitely solid, but now it's just all over the place.
Then it's if you was even went to the South at that time, you was getting good shit. You was getting Outkast and that shit. Once the South got it all the way, they fucked it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. When the South got it, they did great things to it, but they made it crazy. But
it also did come with good shit though too.
They were good shit, but they had it in a crazy place at one point. When we turned on the one shit, and it was it's when rap was kind of in a weird place. It was Looking Boy and shit. Come on, bud. Never got
but it was also some cool shit that came out of Look at Karma. That was lit. How?
I'm talking about Stadium League.
But that was around the same shit.
That wasn't crap.
Exactly. So
rap was in a weird ass place when Fabo had it and shit. That was
But
crazy.
then we got Soldier Boy. We got Soldier Boy. Look,
you right, but that still is kind of crazy.
Like I think J. Cole just talked about it in one of the podcasts, maybe Yachty's where he was like, it always goes through like a transitioning. He's like, that's what we're going through,
Always.
and then it turns into something dope. Like we just are in that little hiccup phase. I think,
but that could be true right now. But I'm just saying, it was nasty. It was,
but it was necessary. It was necessary.
Yeah, it was.
It was necessary.
This is crazy.
And then it was just like you had to be there because if you was there, it was lit.
But you look back at the TNT,
because then like
it's nasty.
Guess what we got out of that? Guess what came out of all of that Fabo shit?
What?
Fetty Wap.
I mean, of course, we got Future out of it.
Exactly. So it's just like we had to
it's crazy that we had to go through that nasty ass phase to get it though. Like it was crazy. Part like a rock star.
But that was all fun at the time. It was fun. Tatted up, Laffy Taffy.
I don't know. I just love to be an adult in the 90s in New York City with some money. I feel like it probably didn't get no other than that as a black person.
And you didn't even have that much money.
Yeah. I feel like as a black person, you do peak.
It's just like times were so much more simple. Like even the designer shit was like more affordable, and everybody was just cool.
It wasn't even about that yet, though.
It was a little bit. They had name brands.
I mean, but it was like urban wear, street wear.
But it was still nice. It was nice. It was nice, affordable.
It was one FUBU.
Oh, you said if you had money in New York, if you had money.
It was one FUBU.
Oh no, babe.
If you was hip hop and rap, and you had the money to be.
But I'm sure if it was time to step out, though, you had something nice.
You
had something nice on. They had something nice, and it was still everything was still name brand. Big
clothes, a little that shit.
But that's my point, though. Like, even if you had some money, you could still like be fly in some affordable shit.
Well, see, I'm talking about money, not even on no clothes and dress. I'm talking about just enough money to be able to move around within, like to be able to enjoy the atmosphere, like to be out, to having the money to be outside and really be in the mix of like all of that shit happening. You fucking couldn't beat that, bro. Imagine like summer '96 in New York City. It was probably crazy. Summer was crazy. To be in Harlem or Brooklyn or something. Maybe so, but they didn't have a culture yet though. So it's like
freaking
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I'm talking about like rap culture.
I get that too. I just feel like
he was alive in '96, so like
yeah.
Being in New York in that summer was crazy. In that decade, it was like, yeah, Biggie died, but niggas Jay-Z and DMX, like, that didn't leave yet.
That's crazy.
It was a time.
Definitely. If I could have a time machine, that's definitely in
there. Yeah, just to like peep it out, go to one of the clubs, hear what's playing.
And it's like not that long ago to where like you could really like
it would be enjoyable.
It would be you could get it and fit in.
Yeah. You got they had on what you wear right now.
For sure. It
was the time, and it was the best time because they was doing all that shit not knowing it. They ain't have bitch style to go back to because they was making it. Mm-hmm. Like they ain't have all the samples that we sampling because they are the samples. Like everything was just true and real and like new and like really fresh, like really new. Nobody was copying. It was forbidden to be stealing the nigga style. Like you was getting looked down upon if you sounded like somebody else. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy because like even if you ask Biggie, bro, where is this shit gonna be? In 2024, man. 2024, the year's gonna come, man. Where's rap gonna be at? Where's rap gonna be at? Yeah, for sure.
He would have never thought of
He
me.
would have never saw Lil Uzi. It's like Uzi's a perfect example of like everything that rap wasn't supposed to turn into.
I don't think Biggie would understand it just from the era he came up in.
He wouldn't have saw this shit coming from a mile away, bro. Tupac neither. Nobody, like anybody you ask then, where's rap gonna be in 2010? But definitely now they wouldn't have saw this. They wouldn't have saw Young Thug. They wouldn't have saw it. None of this shit. They might have could have saw Drake.
But I mean, like, you could imagine though that like the Sound of Music would change with time.
Yeah. Because I was kind of starting that point to say, like, where's this shit gonna keep going?
Exactly.
Like, where is it to go now? But it's like, you never know because it ain't here.
It's starting to feel like really thin to me. Like
how much more could we stretch this? I mean, it's thinning because I mean it's turning into more subgenres, so I mean that's making it to where it can give more life to it and keep it around longer.
And all the subgenres is why, you know, it's kind of hard to categorize people, I guess, at times because it can get really different.
But that's what keeps it going too.
It is, but then it's like, do you still call it hip hop?
Right. But I mean,
because what is it?
But if they gonna keep calling it hip hop, then they gotta take it.
What do you mean?
I mean, we gotta take as much credit for all the shit as we can. I mean, I don't know. It's like, because if rap stayed where it was supposed to technically stay, it would just be a lot of J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar.
Which I don't really prefer.
Me neither.
I enjoy the subgenres, but they are different to the point where I could see someone who is not as musically inclined to enjoy all of this, you know?
And that's why we got called hip hop still, because you know what I mean? That keeps them, it keeps even the general listeners into it.
But it can totally kind of swerve off, though.
I mean, definitely can.
But
and they made it a thing too, swerve off. Like if you go from hip hop to something else, like it's an accomplishment.
That too.
They made it that too, so it makes it like.
I think it's just like I don't know. I think it's get to a point where it's stop like
just
putting titles on stuff.
I think rap is getting cheapened, and it sucks.
I mean, do you think that's the reason why it's like going lower on them?
Yeah, because rap got to the point where it's like anybody can try and anybody can do it.
Oversaturated.
Yeah, it's like. I mean, I imagine there's a world where it's a lot of underground country singers doing the same thing, maybe, but I feel like even so, we got it's a little more work to get in the door of that type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ain't nobody really just coming like new rap. Like, it's so many new rappers, bro.
But yeah.
Rappers getting to the point where they don't take a talent.
That's what I was about to say, because it might be the genre that is the least talent required, maybe. Because you can destroy your voice and auto-tune and ghostwriters and, versus someone.
And it has the least, saying that, it is like it reminds you it has the least rules.
Because there's so many subgenres.
Yeah, the fact that you can like fuck with your voice in this in the world of singing, like you respect the real voice.
And that might be why it's a little easier to get on with that first.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But it's definitely least required talent, like you said. Like literally, they got the little young nigga rapper right now. Cause it's that.
It's that easy.
You know what I'm saying? It's literally that easy that somebody's writing a young nigga.
But I do still feel like it might be the most preferred.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Amongst everyone. Like, I think so. Because it is the most versatile. You know what I mean? Like, if you listen to country music, it's pretty much all country. One tune.
Yeah,
rock, one tone. You know, with hip hop, you do get a lot of different versatilities, different shit that comes with it. I don't know.
That's true.
But I do feel like that it's time to start putting more substance behind it. I think.
That's what I'm saying. I think we only got to do so many styles and variations because the substance is weak, and it's like you will get more for the sound. It's like a country song is a country song, but the substance of it, but the content of it can be so strong that it's like it don't matter that this kind of is just a country song. Like it's like the words are correct.
Yeah, and we don't really be talking about it.
We ain't talking about nothing. Like we might be the only genre that's like we talked about this before. Like we the only genre that shits on our fans. Like country singers ain't getting on the mic and being like, I got this and that, and I did this and that, bitches, and I'm swimming, and they ain't coming that.
Like,
yeah, even after they rich as hell, it still stays there.
Yeah, because you know, country artists ain't doing the same shit with their money as hip hop artists.
They probably are, but they not.
I mean, they are, but not. It's like
a rich person for sure, but you just ain't making your music about it.
Thanks.
It's not about
a little bit more grace about it.
Yeah, it's like, but
still, even then, they're not really talking about their clothes.
They're not talking about non-material. They're talking about feelings and life and experience. Yeah.
Which is relatable to like how many people in the
They ain't saying what kind it is. They just saying my woo truck. They ain't saying it's so this with the TVs in it and this and that and getting so descriptive of it and like the rim size and it's just a truck or a pickup truck.
Exactly.
It could be anything. You got an S10 like, or you can have a Raptor.
You can have a beater truck.
That's what I mean. That's the worst truck. You've seen an S10. That's the worst random simple truck. Or you can have a big T-Rex Raptor truck and you relating. It's like we don't give up.
And that's why Taylor Swift is fucking mega.
Because you ain't gotta sell no pussy or have no money to.
Because it's really like I get it. It's in our world that's like a big thing, but in retrospect to the whole population of the world, we're this big to what the rest of the world's regular daily routine is. Taylor Swift's song lyrics is more relatable to most of the world than us. Like it's big to us, but we're nothing compared to the rest.
That's why we call minority.
Yes, exactly.
We're the minority.
Exactly. A lot of people don't really resonate with the shit that we talk about in our songs. But unless it's catchy and it's got a good, then like Bad and Bougie, like that shit.
That's melody though. Still, it's not even the content. That's just the melody.
But I'm saying unless your shit is that big enough to really like become international, that shit is really only impacting this. You know what I mean? Like.
But that could really be what the problem is with us.
And that's why not to cut you off, but I feel like that's probably what I was going back to what I said the other day, that like we're over all of this industry, like designer 100,000 to, well, like we're so over that because we don't relate to that. Like, and I feel like that's really why they're not seeing the numbers and shit that they are expecting, because like we're not into that. Like we're not, like it's been, you know what I mean? People just,
Relatable.
it's not relatable. We're like not trying to hear that shit no more. And I think people are just more so wanting like organic, real, raw, true shit.
Not relatable.
And that's why, you know, we resonate with RSK because
It's real.
it's real, it's relatable.
Castlevania is real.
It's relatable.
All that shit is real.
Yes. Yes. Like that's the shit that we want to see, real shit. That's what we need out of 2024.
It's been waiting out forever, but at the same time, we still the same people that are sit up here and be like, I don't really want her to Kendrick or J. Cole.
But it doesn't necessarily mean RSK is not Kendrick and J. Cole.
Yeah, sure.
He's not lyricist, but he's real, he's raw, and that's relatable enough. Like he's making some shit that we go through on an everyday, sound catchy and ignorant on a song.
But even still, like if you go back to your point about it, still okay. We the minority as far as relating. Like okay, even still, you gotta kind of like be in the trap house to even understand.
Okay, but that's not. But I feel like he might not be for international.
Okay, you're right. Well,
Not everybody is gonna be that.
Well, that's the problem. That's what we getting at, though. That's what we talking about.
You're
Like,
not gonna go there.
like that's true. But I mean,
But then you have like the Don Tollivers of the world. He's relatable in his music. He's not really talking about. You see, that's the subgenre. Because
Yeah, well, I mean, but what do you throw him on the R&B side before you put him on the rap side?
No.
You know, like, what's the real shit you got?
Okay.
He's not a rapper. He's singing.
I just hate R&B so much.
I know, but you
whatever.
have to come off it. And that's where it's more real than that than it is in this.
Okay.
In rap.
Right. So what's my point?
No, we were just talking about how like we was talking about how this like this rap and how it's not relatable, and that's why it can't like grow the way it should.
I think that's the problem.
It's just not relatable. There's a huge disconnect between rappers and their fans.
And I think that people are also, it's getting to a point now where people are like tired of like trying to achieve that, or like trying to keep up with that.
Because it's
I
impossible.
think people are like kind of fed up with that and kind of facing reality at this point. Like,
it's impossible to keep up.
And you're not wrong for like not doing that type of shit. You're not less of a person. Exactly, but I think that's the point. That's the problem.
This is exactly what's wrong with rap.
That's the problem.
That's the one thing.
That's why people don't want to go out no more. You know, the clubs and shit isn't jumping the way it used to, because it's a lot to go out.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to keep doing that and keeping up with the Joneses every weekend. Like that shit costs. And like even if you got it to spend, it's not smart to spend that. You can't even fault you for not wanting to spend it. Like it to go out right, you know what I mean?
That's the shit that we like champions, like.
Exactly. I think people are like done with it.
Like real talk. Is Morgan Wallen in the strip club going $100,000?
No.
No. But is he a bum because he don't do that?
No. So why am I not?
So that's what I mean. Rap just says he's a possible standard for his fans. It's a super disconnect between his fans and the artists. And that's what is continuously fucking rap over.
And then it's like also kind of like trickling down also into like regular people because motherfuckers to see all these niggas throw hundreds of thousands of dollars in booby trap and then come into these strip clubs and feel like they supposed to be keeping up with that. And then they can't and then they don't. And these strip clubs are closing down. Like niggas it's not that.
Rap's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. But I feel like we just cracked the code on what's wrong with it.
I feel like we should
What
make
is it?
being like regular cool again. That might be the next fad.
I mean, that's slowly coming in.
I think so.
But it's all about once you get there, but everybody that seems to get there because they just making regular cool gets there and then falls for the trap.
But
Like everybody that we love for staying
no,
for real.
because I'm saying no, because I'm saying mark my words today that being regular is about to be the next new fad. As in like regular, like even if you have money, you're still regular because if you're not regular, you're not cool. If being regular is like what's the cool thing to do, then if you act rich, then you're not cool.
I mean, I feel like it's already working itself in.
I do too.
But the last couple of people that we let in on that still fell into
Who?
it. Like we let go really in because she was regular.
And look, but
And
people
she
are
fucked
looking and
herself.
seeing what's happening.
She fucked herself.
They're gonna follow who they're gonna see. I mean, everybody sees.
Like, yeah, we let Sexy Red in because it was super regular, but it's like, damn, girl, you got to fucking sub.
I mean, I can't think of nobody that's sticking right now.
But even though she still keeps a cool balance of being regular, it's just we can tell that the label's playing with her judgment about shit.
But like, think about who's the hottest in the industry right now. Aside from
Weezy's the hottest nigga, and he's the most
he's
regular.
mad
nigga.
regular. Who else?
I don't know, but I feel like he was getting the most. He's being the most regular out of all the niggas that's on that level. It's like anybody else being where V's is right now would have like chains.
What about Licky?
He ain't on what's name level. He ain't on that level.
You don't think he's on V's level?
I honestly truly believe he's the hottest nigga in the game.
I do too. But I'm just thinking about anybody who is like something worth like talking about right now.
Lucky is regular.
Is regular. All the girls that we just talked about this evening, regular. Who else? I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
I just said the other day that it's almost like underground is the new above ground because underground is what's cool to like.
It's relatable. If somebody that's kind of still on your level, they just rap. So it just gets out of hand at a point. Like it's so much money you can give a nigga that ain't never had money before he starts talking about it. Like Lil Baby started being all money, and that's when it fucked up. It's like you getting so much money, of course, bro. We see that, but like,
okay, what about Cardi? He's pretty regular to be as rich as he is.
It's rich. Yeah.
To be as wealthy as he is.
Yeah, his money. His music ain't never really coming in like. I got money.
No, and he doesn't really show it. And he doesn't come super chains.
Yeah, he's not doing a whole lot.
Might come like a cool ass fit that's probably expensive.
Yeah.
But it's not like flashy jewelry, two APs
It
and
ain't
on both wrists.
yeah.
Like it's never that.
Yeah.
It's pretty regular. Even I will even say like Yachty. Like Yachty has chains that he never wears. Like he holds them up in the videos and shit. Like I feel like most of the content that I see of Yachty, he's in regular clothes. He might have a nice watch on, but it's like a super regular, you know?
Yeah.
It's not the super gaudy, layered. Like that's out. That's out.
It is up.
That's super out.
It is.
It's super out. Being regular, being modest, like it's definitely the new trend for sure. And I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I'm here for that.
As long as they keep us in. Like literally every other genre don't have that.
Because it is a lot that you have to keep up with. Like with us.
For us to be making at least money out of everybody on the board in the industry.
But I think that it means more to me, but I'm biased.
What?
To be successful, like, and to really like have, you know, like a solid stamp. It means more to me.
What? To be
in hip hop than in country or anything else. Like to make a mark like what Drake did for hip hop, it means more to me than what anybody could have did. I can't think of anybody more important. But I'm biased. Somebody could come school me right now. But in my perspective, Drake is like, you know.
I mean, that's because it says as saturated as shit as rap is and all of that shit. If you can still bleed to the top and like make it to the top of it, then that does mean a lot.
Yeah, because he's versatile. Because he's made it so far up that people don't even want to put him in hip hop.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. That means, you know what I mean? That's he has his arms and everything. That's definitely commendable because I can't name a country artist that can come over here and put their arms in like. Post Malone maybe is the closest. Maybe.
But it's like even that goes to show like he's a perfect example of everything we talking about too. Like White Iverson, bro, is literally pouncing on you, flexing on you, doing that. But then think about this Post Malone, it ain't none of that. Zoe turns on Post Malone.
And it's like the new Post Malone.
It's the new Post Malone. Oh, yeah, he was.
What?
I don't know what we was talking about.
Me either. Mm. Mm.
I'm trying to figure out what this shit.
Mm.
Trying to figure out what. And then they trying to figure out what we gonna put on this fucking camo fucking outfit.
Come on.
Mm. Oh my god. Let's see. Why did worst thing is knock on the door and shit? Man, you ready now?
Hmm?
You got to hate it.
Mm.
I hate it. I probably should be on stick with me on the day tomorrow.
Hmm?
Should be going to sleep for real with you the other day. So,
Mm.